Welcome and welcome back to the channel where we explore the beauty, diversity, and vibrant life across the African continent. In this video, we are diving into the top 10 most visited African countries, and trust us, number one will surely surprise you. Whether you are planning your next trip or simply curious about tourism trends in Africa, stay with us to the very end. The tourism numbers we'll be talking about are based on pre and post pandemic statistics, traveler surveys, and insights from the African Travel and Tourism Organization. So, buckle up. But before we continue, I'm Teresa, and if you are new here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to turn on post notification because that will notify you whenever I drop new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share. So Africa is a continent blessed with unmatched beauty, cultural depth, and a diversity that leaves even the most experienced travelers in awe. With 54 countries each offering unique attractions from ancient pyramids to modern beaches, safaris to nightlife, Africa has positioned itself as a top travel destination in the world. But among all these options, only a handful consistently attract millions of tourists annually. Let's begin with the 10th most visited country on the continent. Coming in at number 10 is Zimbabwe, known for the majestic Victoria Falls, one of the largest and most spectacular waterfalls in the world. Zimbabwe is a most visit for adventure seekers. Tourists from Europe and the Americas flock to this southern African country for its wild safaris, UNESCO World Heritage sites like Great Zimbabwe Ruins, and the warm, welcoming culture of its people. Though it has faced political and economic turmoil, its natural beauty keeps travelers coming back. Next on our list is Tanzania. Ranked number 9, Tanzania attracts millions of tourists due to its incredible wildlife experiences and natural wonders. Think Kilimanjaro, the Serengeti National Park, and the exotic beaches of Zanzibar. These iconic spots pull in nature lovers and thrill seekers from across the globe. The Great Migration, a spectacle of over a million wild beasts crossing the Serengeti, remains one of the biggest tourism draws in Africa. Number 8 belongs to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Known for its lush landscapes, Lake Victoria, and the rare mountain gorillas in windy impenetrable forests, Uganda has steadily increased its tourism footprint. Gorilla trekking alone brings in thousands of tourists annually who are eager to have a once-in-a-lifetime wildlife encounter. The Nile River, the cultural vibrancy in Kampala, and the national parks further boost its appeal. Sliding into number 7 is Namibia. This southern African country has become one of the continent's hidden tourist gems, with its surreal landscapes like the red sand dunes of Sossusvlei in the Namib Desert and ghost towns like Komako. Namibia offers something entirely different. Its wildlife parks like Etosha National Park and the unique Imba culture fascinates both adventure and cultural travelers alike. Number 6 is Tunisia, located in North Africa. Tunisia is a magnet for European travelers seeking Mediterranean sunshine, ancient ruins, and vibrant marketplaces. Home to the ruins of Carthage and several Star Wars swimming locations, Tunisia balances historical richness with modern tourist amenities. The beaches along the Mediterranean coast are also a massive draw for sun seekers. At number 5, we have Kenya, arguably one of the best-known African destinations worldwide. Kenya is synonymous with African safaris. Masai Mara, Amboseli, and Tsavo parks offer exceptional wildlife experiences. Tourists also come to experience the culture of the Maasai people and enjoy the pristine beaches of Mombasa and Diani. Kenya's tourism thrives on its branding as the ultimate safari destination, and it does not disappoint. The fourth most visited country in Africa is South Africa. With its mix of modern cities, rich history, and stunning natural beauty, South Africa offers something for everyone. Cape Town with Table Mountain and Robben Island, Johannesburg Museums, Kruger National Park, and the famed Garden Route are just a few highlights. South Africa is also popular for luxury tourism, winelands, and beach holidays. Coming in at number 3 is Algeria, Africa's largest country by land area. While less popular than its neighbors in terms of global recognition, Algeria has seen a sharp rise in visitor numbers due to its historical sites, including Roman ruins, Sahara Desert experiences, and Ottoman-era architecture. Its capital, Algiers, is also gaining attention as a cultural and historical hub. At number two, we have Morocco. This North African joy attracts millions of tourists annually and for good reasons. Cities like Marrakesh, Casablanca, Fez, and Chafchoun boost colorful markets, traditional architecture, and warm hospitality. Morocco also benefits from its proximity to Europe, making it a convenient getaway for European tourists. The Sahara camel rides, Atlas mountains trek, and the blue city of Chefchaouen make it a top destination. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the number one most visited African country is Egypt. Yes, Egypt consistently tops the list, attracting over 13 million tourists annually in peak years. The appeal of the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Sphinx, the Valley of the Kings, and the Nile River cruises is simply unmatched. Egypt combines ancient history with modern experiences, luxurious resorts in Sharm el-Sheikh and the bustling cities like Cairo. No other African country blends antiquity and tourism infrastructure like Egypt does. So now you know the top 10, but let's look deeper into what makes these countries succeed in tourism. A key factor is branding. Countries like Kenya, Egypt, and Morocco have built strong, recognizable tourism brands. This branding includes advertising, international partnership, and maintaining iconic status through media and global representation. Another factor is accessibility. Countries that offer visa on arrival, e-visas, or are visa-free for certain nations tend to attract more tourists. Morocco and Tunisia, for example, are very accessible to Europeans. South Africa and Kenya have also developed user-friendly visa policies to boost arrivals. Then there is safety and stability. Tourists are more likely to visit places where they feel safe. Governments in Tanzania, Namibia, and South Africa have made significant investments in ensuring that tourists feel secure during their travels. Uganda has heavily invested in security around national parks and gorilla trekking routes. Infrastructure plays a major role as well. From roads to airports, having good transport system increases a country's appeal. South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco have some of the most developed transport system on the continent. In contrast, countries with poor infrastructure may struggle despite having great attractions. Cultural preservation and promotion are another winning strategy. Countries like Tunisia, Morocco, and Kenya proudly display their heritage through museums, festivals, and cultural tourism. This gives tourists an immersive experience and a sense of authenticity. Tourists are no longer looking for just sightseeing, they want to connect with the people and the traditions of the place they visit. Also, social media has changed the game. Countries that leverage social media campaigns, influencer marketing, and user generated content often see spikes in tourism. Morocco's Chefchaouen with its Instagram-worthy blue streets went viral and has since seen a boom in visits. This same happened with Egypt's pyramid backdrops and Namibia's desert. Let's not forget affordability. African destinations that offer value for money tend to perform well with budget-conscious travelers. Uganda, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe offer rich experiences at lower cost compared to global destinations. This makes them attractive for backpackers and adventure tourists. Language can be an advantage too. Countries where English, French, or Arabic is widely spoken tend to attract tourists from countries where those languages are dominant. For example, French-speaking countries in West and North Africa attract many French tourists, while English-speaking countries pull travelers from the UK and the US. One major overlooked factor is diaspora tourism. Many people of African descent living abroad are now returning to explore their roots. Ghana's Year of Return campaign brought in millions, and similar movements in Nigeria, Senegal, and Ethiopia are gaining traction. Ecotourism is another big trend. Travelers today are more conscious of sustainability. Countries that offer ecologies, promote conservation, and encourage sustainable travel practices are seeing increased interest. Rwanda, though not in the top 10, is a great example with its eco-friendly gorilla tourism. Medical tourism is another growing sector. South Africa, Tunisia, and Egypt attract visitors not just for travel but for affordable medical procedures combined with luxury recovery holidays. It's a niche market, but one with growing numbers. Events and festivals also play a huge role. Egypt's ancient celebrations, Morocco's music festivals, and Kenya's cultural events attract crowds each year. These festivals bring tourism dollars while also showcasing the richness of African cultures. Africa's image is changing, long associated with wildlife and safaris. Tourists are now discovering its beaches, cities, nightlife, cuisine, and art. Countries investing in marketing this diverse image are seeing returns in growing tourism numbers. Tourism also boosts local economies and create jobs. For example, safari guides in Kenya, hoteliers in South Africa, or souvenir vendors in Morocco. These people will benefit directly from tourism growth. Governments are noticing, from visa reforms to investment in national parks, many African governments are actively working to improve their tourism sectors. They understand the potential of tourism as a tool for economic transformation. Also, collaboration among African nations is increasing. Regional tourism boards, shared visa policies like the East African Tourist Visa, and joint marketing campaigns are helping drive continental tourism growth. Africa still has untapped potential. Countries like Angola, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Mozambique have beautiful landscapes and rich histories, but are yet to top tourist destinations. With the right investments and policies, they could join this list in the future. So to wrap up, the top 10 most visited African countries: Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Uganda, Namibia, Tunisia, Kenya, South Africa, Algeria, Morocco, and Egypt, didn't get there by luck. It's a mix of history, beauty, infrastructure, policy, and global engagement. Tourism in Africa is more than just pictures and souvenirs, it's about connection, exploration, and transformation. Whether you are drawn to the ancient pyramids, wild safaris, desert adventures, or cultural festivals, there is an African country waiting to welcome you. And finally, if you've ever been to any of the countries on this list, tell us in the comments which African country stole your heart. And if you haven't visited Africa yet, which country is on your bucket list? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow travelers and Africa lovers. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the wonders of Africa and beyond. See you in the next video.